Hi everybody, my name is Erin Broadbent. This is my EDL 853 Mod 1 intro video. A little bit about me. This year will be my 11th year in education. I spent 2 years as a classroom teacher. 1 year I taught a kindergarten, first grade combined classroom, and the second year I taught third grade. I then spent the next 2 years as a substitute teacher while I was working on my master's for school counseling. I substitute taught preschool through 12th grade, and I was a substitute in 5 different districts. This will be my 7th year as a school counselor. I've been in a variety of districts. I have been in small urban districts. I have been in small rural districts. And currently I'm in a large urban district. I have also had experience in private schools and experience in public schools as well. I am an animal lover. I have 2 dogs, Sammy and Lucy, and 3 cats, Tenley, Gracie, and Jasper. They take up a lot of my time, and whenever I have to do these videos, they always want to try to get in them, so I have to keep them entertained and keep them out of the video. I am currently starting the home buying process again. I own my own home right now, but I am looking to relocate, not moving far, not changing districts or anything like that. I'm actually just kind of moving to have some more land. So on top of starting the school year and classes, I am going to be going through the home buying process. And if you've been through that, you know it's not really the most fun process sometimes. This is one of 3 classes that I have left remaining in this program. I am incredibly excited and anxious to get done. I'm very blessed. My current principal has been super supportive as I go through this journey and just has answered every question I need answered. She's letting me do a lot with her this year, letting me be on different committees that normally the counselor wouldn't be part of, but it's giving me some really good experience. So I'm really excited to continue on this journey and learn from her as well as from my last few classes, my peers, and my educators. Critical reflection. So this is only my 2nd year in the building that I'm at. I'm not really that familiar with SPED laws, with current practices, or current resources, and I think that both of those things are a negative for me. Just being new to the building, I'm still learning students, I'm still learning staff, and it's a very big district, but a small building. We have a little over 300 students, so I've got almost everyone's name memorized. Sometimes I get a couple kids confused, but I'm also just kind of still learning the ins and outs of each student. And then not being familiar with SPED laws, current practices, and current resources is definitely something that will hinder me, and I need to brush up on that. At my current school, we have kind of an almost new SPED staff. The people themselves are not new, but they're all in different positions. So this year will kind of be interesting as everyone kind of learns their new position and their new role and see how they work together and how they work with classroom teachers. We do have a very supportive SPED staff. As a school counselor, I am in charge of several different committees. I am in charge of our general education intervention process, and SPED staff doesn't have to come to that, but they've always been really supportive and helpful, and they come and offer up some insight to help all of our students, not just our SPED students. We at my school have 2 different SPED rooms with different options based on student needs. One room is for pull-out students, and then we have one room where the students are in there most of the day, if not the entire day, and that is our high needs room. Our nonverbal students are in there. Our students that just need maybe a quieter environment, are more severely autistic kiddos. I believe we have 5 in there this year. Like many districts, we don't have a huge budget, which unfortunately means we have a lack of para support at times. Sometimes we're stretched thin. I know that it can get kind of hard on our SPED teachers, especially our teacher that's kind of oversees the entire SPED department, as she tries to make sure she's meeting everyone's minutes and getting everyone where they're the best fit. Our room that I just mentioned, our 0.5 room, that can be a challenging room to be in as a para. So she's really worked hard to find the best fit for that room, and she's just done wonders in that room. Personal critique. As a counselor, unfortunately, I don't get a ton of time in classrooms. I get about 20 to 30 minutes per room every other week. That means that I don't always know the student needs, especially here at the beginning of the year. I have to rely on paras and classroom teachers to help me adapt my lessons. I use a variety of activities in my lessons. I have lots of hands-on activities, movement, watching or listening for movies or songs, and a lot of self-reflection. As a counselor, we do a lot of reflecting on ourselves and how we are, how we act, how we behave. So I think that I do a pretty good job of having different levels of each activity so that all students at all levels can participate. I do struggle with my high needs or nonverbal students and then how to bring them into that lesson, especially when you are talking about reflecting. If I have a kiddo who can't communicate with me, sometimes it's hard to figure out how to communicate with them and get them to reflect upon themselves. That just might not be a skill that they have. My office is right next door to the high needs room. That really helps me to form some relationships with those kiddos. It can get very loud at times being right next to them, but I think that it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, I might not see those kids because they are in that room all the time. And so I'm able to get to know them, they know me, and form that relationship and be with them. My plan for improvement this year, I'd like to find out which students need accommodations earlier in the year. Sometimes as I'm doing my lessons, I haven't been told about an accommodation that a kid needs, and so I have to kind of on the fly figure stuff out. So I would like to know ahead of time what accommodations are needed. Meet with the SPED teachers and go over the accommodations for students. What are they currently doing? Is that something that I can do as well during my lessons? And then offer up more ideas and support for our SPED staff. I think sometimes the counselor and the SPED staff, not that we don't work together, but they handle the SPED students and then I do Gen Ed. They have a lot of great resources, but I have a lot of great resources as well. And so I think that if I can offer up some of my ideas and support, it could help some of our SPED students in their classroom and in the SPED room. All of my ideas can be done for free, and for someone who doesn't have a budget, I don't get classroom money, I don't get budget from PTO or money from PTO. If I can do something for free, that is the plan I want to be on. So I think that these 3 things would really help me grow, and all of them are for free. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to meet you all, watch your videos, and get this year started.